Working while in school is definitely a challenge. Trust me, I understand. I do work 40 hours a week on top of trying to take 18 units this semester so that way I can finish early. I do believe that working while I go to college has definitely helped me in my career path, and without that work experience, I wouldn't be in the career path that I am today. Um, so I do believe that getting a job while you're in college will help students in general um, be better fit for the job market today. The mindset with students is though they feel that they don't need a job while they're in college. I have a friend who just received his bachelor's degree in psychology, and he's put his applications out there and out there every day this summer and could not find a job. And that's because he doesn't have the experience. Without that experience, it's definitely harder to get a job in today's market, whether if you have a degree or not. In 2008, the job market was totally different. I was going into my senior year of high school, and I was working at a deli just part time while in college. But the job market back then, a few years ago, is definitely different how it is today. For one, the gas prices were definitely lower. Families remained in their homes. There were lower apartment rates, and there were also more jobs for teenagers and students, especially in the retail and restaurant industries, and more jobs in general. Post 2008, we see that there's less jobs for teens. There's also restrictions on those jobs. In the restaurant business, for example, students cannot get a job if they are a minor, which forces them to work in the fast food industry. And honestly, most people do not want to work in that type of environment. Families lost their homes, apartment rates increased, and there was also budget cuts with schools and other industries. And I feel that students, after the job market and the economy crashed, I feel that students gave up on the idea of them trying to find a job, so they just continued with school. However, I believe that mindset needs to be changed. That it is possible to try to find a job while you're in school. There's many ways of how to apply now that students weren't applying back then. There definitely needs to be more face time. Students need to go into those places and follow up with managers, introduce themselves. The follow-up process is very important. After the initial interview, it is important for the student to follow up with that manager to see how the application process is going. According to James Shower, who is a English teacher and also speech and debate teacher over at Martin Luther King High School in Riverside, he believes that students are better prepared for the job market today if they start as early as possible to try to get that job experience to help them in today's job market. Also, collegeboard.com says that they are encouraging students to find jobs while they're in college. However, there needs to be a balance. I work 40 hours a week. A College Board will not see that as a balance. A balance, according to College Board, would be about 15 to 20 hours per week, and that's balancing work and school, and that's a healthy balance. Also, students have the possibility of earning benefits. 401k, life insurance, even health insurance is very important. And students will have that opportunity if they try to find a professional job while they're attending college. Also, according to debate.org, 81% of people who took that survey believe that students should try to find a job while they attend college. People might say that there might not be enough time, or people might say that students will be focused more on the job than in college. And again, it goes back to that balance and setting boundaries. If the student is comfortable working 15 to 20 hours a week, then that is a conversation that student needs to have with a manager. And it is possible to have that one-on-one communication and to create those boundaries. That is very important. It also really leads to self-reliance. In today's job market, it is important for students to have their own income. Bills are going to be coming up for food, um, for gas money, and for car payment. All that kind of things just keeps adding up. So self-reliance and self-independence from the parents is very important. And if students try to focus on that early on, then they'll be better prepared for the future. So again, that is a mindset that needs to change. That we students need to feel more encouraged that they can get a job in today's market.